So here,
Yes, ma'am.
this is the parenchyma, which is made up of living cells. Collenchyma also made up of living cells. Then you have sclerenchyma, dead cells. Okay. So parenchyma is the basic packing material. You will find parenchyma in almost all parts of the plant. See, root, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits. Almost all parts of the plant you will find parenchyma cells. That's why it's called packaging tissue. Okay. Then they are very loosely packed. This is the point which I showed under microscope. If you remember the other session slide, under microscope I showed the parenchyma cells loosely packed. And if you take parenchyma, they majorly gives support to the plant. This we already discussed, and we discussed about stones. Yes.
Ma'am, screen is visible, but ma'am, the writing matter is not, written matter is not visible, ma'am. It is coming, ma'am, blurred.
Okay, I'll just read out the points, try to get them. Okay. So here, if you take these other points we already discussed actually, just giving the comparative analysis between the three. Okay. Yeah. The whole screen inclined. But you can see the word parenchyma where the point I'm showing. This is the one type of parenchyma that performs photosynthesis. The last class I mentioned this word. Yes. Then you have erenchyma. This is the parenchyma you will find in aquatic plants for the balancing of the plants to float on water. This is what I explained in the last session. Yes, erenchyma and chlorenchyma.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we are having the then we have the collenchyma. Then this collenchyma, we talked about the pectin, which will be there between the cell walls. I discussed about apple and guava examples in the other session about collenchyma. Then just we saw sclerenchyma. In sclerenchyma we have fibers, elongated one, then closely packed sclerites. Okay. So here in jute, cotton, hemp, all these will find fibers, and in husk of coconut and hard seed coats will find sclerites. Okay. So basically they are for giving rigidity, or you can say the mechanical support to the cell where they exist, the sclerenchyma. That's why they are dead cells. Okay. Then after seeing the simple permanent tissue, get into the complex permanent tissue. So what's the difference between simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue? That we'll first discuss. Then we'll see what are the different types of complex permanent tissue and their structural aspects and the functional aspects. Okay. Now when you take a simple permanent tissue, so far, Hannah, what do you want to say?
Difference between complex permanent tissue and
simple. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The simple permanent tissues are made up of only one kind of cell, whereas complex permanent tissues, they are made up of more than one type of cells.
Yeah, basically. But here what it is called heterogeneous. Hetero here stands for different types of cells. Okay, when you take simple permanent tissues like parenchyma or collenchyma or sclerenchyma, all these three types of tissues are made up of same type of cells performing the same function. But when you take complex permanent tissue, you are having two categories called xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Xylem and phloem. Okay. So xylem is again made up of four different types of tissues, and phloem is also made up of four different types of tissues. But basically, xylem will perform only one function and phloem will perform only one function. So basically, they will perform same function, but they possess different types of categories of cells. Okay, in xylem you will have four categories, and in phloem we will have four categories. Before getting into what the types of xylem and phloem tissue, I'll just give an introduction regarding why we are studying this xylem and phloem over here in complex permanent tissue concept. Okay, so for that we'll go in advanced matter like so. Here we'll discuss about ascent of sap. Ascent of sap. What does mean by this mechanism? Before getting into the exact mechanism, if you take a tree, just a simple concept you will be studying from your second standard itself. Tree will have a root system under the soil and a shoot system above the soil. Root system will have main root, branched roots, and root hairs. Yes, you are aware of all these words, no? Root hairs. Okay. Then you'll have the shoot system with the main trunk or stem with branches and leaves. This is the basic concept you are learning from childhood. Now what you already learned is the root hairs are the one which take up water from the soil and transport that water to the stem, branches and leaves. This is what you would have read all these years, isn't it? Now, did you ever get a question? We are having the gravity at the ground level, isn't it? It always pulls down. The force which pulls down is the gravitational force. So against that gravitational force, how a plant or a tree can transport water from underground to the tip of the plant. Have you ever got this doubt? Okay, so here ascent of sap is the mechanism which explains how against gravity, how the roots are absorbing water from the soil and transporting that water in upward direction. So basically you are having against gravity upward direction movement of water from underground soil. So that's against gravity, isn't it? So how that against gravity is happening, that will be explained by ascent of sap. Ascent here means ascending, ascending order, descending order. Ascending always means from low to high, isn't it? So ascending of sap. Sap is nothing but the water and other nutrients which are there inside the soil particles. Okay. So how this is happening? Now a theory was proposed to explain this. The theory is called cohesion tension theory. Okay, cohesion tension theory. So what does mean by cohesion tension? Let me explain. Now here if you see, if you take a part of the root in magnification, so here these are the soil particles which will hold the water and other nutrients, and this is the main root of the tree, and these are the root hairs. Okay, root hairs. Root hairs which are penetrated into the soil. Then the root hairs will absorb water molecules. along with nutrients from the soil. So once they are absorbed, they will be pushed up against gravity. How they will be pushed up? What factor makes the water from the soil to be pushed up in upward direction against gravity? So the common word so far you would have heard is transpiration. Yes. What is transpiration? Can anyone answer what is transpiration? Are you aware of the word transpiration?
Ma'am, loss of water from the plants.
Yes, loss of water from the plants. How?
Ma'am, through the leaves.
Okay. How? How through the leaves, loss of water by the plants through the leaves by, what's the word? Evaporation, isn't it? That's the process for transpiration plants. Actually, the point is losing water from the leaves by evaporation, which we call as transpiration plants. Okay. Now, when the water is lost from the plant leaves, what happens is there will be a water potential gradient. Water potential gradient will be developed in the shoot system of the plant. It is losing water, isn't it? So it will develop a pressure inside the plant after losing water. So that gradient will help to work against gravity so that the water molecules which are absorbed by the root hairs, they will bind with each other, which we call as cohesion. So here the cohesion word means binding of or clubbing of all the water molecules through the plant, and it will move towards the other parts of the plant. Okay, so here in order to overcome the gravitational force, some balancing force will be developed by the plant in the form of water potential gradient. Gradient means what? You'll have a bias. So water potential difference will be observed when transpiration occurs. Okay, so once the plant is losing water molecules in the form of transpiration, the water potential of the plant will develop a gradient because of which plant can take up water from the soil against gravity. This is called cohesion tension. Here tension stands for the potential of water is changing now because of transpiration. That is the tension word. And cohesion is nothing but because of this tension of water potential, the water molecules will club together, called cohesion. So this is how a plant can take up water even from underground and transport the same water against gravity into the tip of the plant even. So this is the theory of ascent of sap. And this theory carries lot much contribution by an Indian scientist called J.C. Bose. Jagadish Chandra Bose. I hope you heard his name. There's Bose Institute in India. He got Nobel Prize for this theory of cohesion and tension. This is the mechanism of ascent of sap. Are you people clear with this theory? Any doubts with this theory?
Ma'am, can you just repeat everything in like a very short way so that we can like remember it easily?
Short way. Okay. So here what we are discussing is how the water is moving from underground to upward. That's the first. Students, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there is a disturbance in net connectivity. Okay. What we are talking is someone wants me to explain the ascent of sap theory in shortcut. That's where we are, isn't it? So here The whole point of this mechanism is to understand how water from underground is moving in upward direction against gravity. Okay, how plant is managing to transport water from soil in upward direction against gravity. That's the concept. Okay, basically. Now here, the plant leaves will lose water content in the form of transpiration. Because of transpiration, there will be a gradient of water potential developing in the leaves and stem part of the plant. Okay. Now this water potential development will help in pulling up the water from the soil against gravity and helps in transporting to different parts of the plant. This is what Jesse Bowes had explained in his theory called cohesion tension theory. Okay, now here tension is nothing but the water potential difference. Water potential difference developed in the plant because of transpiration will help in cohesion of water molecules. Cohesion is nothing but binding with each other. All the water molecules will bind with each other and move in upward direction from the soil to the tip of the plant. This is what the mechanism of ascent of sap. Ascent here means moving in ascending order, means from the bottom of the soil to the tip of the plant. Upward direction.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I clear with that point? Still have any
Yeah.
doubts?
No, no doubts.
Okay. If you are clear with this, just see the numbers which were given on the left side panel of the slide. See here. Here they have given some values. Okay. It's very easy to understand how water potential gradient is developed. This is the practical approach what J.C. Bowes had done. This is an extra information I'm giving to you. Okay. So here see minus 100 MPa. MPa stands for millipascals. Millipascal. Pascal word you know. Pascal is a unit to measure pressure. Yes. So here the outside air will have minus 100 millipascals. The leaves will have minus 7. Which number is bigger, minus 100 or minus 7?
Minus 100.
Who said that? I'll complain to your master.
Sorry, ma'am. Minus 7.
Minus 7 is the bigger number, yeah? Okay. Then so when you compare with outside air, the leaf pressure is less. Then take leaf cell wall. Its pressure is minus 1. Still less. Okay. So because the leaf cell wall pressure is less and outside pressure is more, you are getting evaporation process by means of transpiration. That's the key concept as a whole. Understood why transpiration is happening? Why transpiration is happening from the cells to outside environment? Because there is a difference in pressure. Outside air is having less pressure when compared to leaf cell wall pressure. So leaf is losing water to outside. That's the transpiration. Okay. Now come to here. Soil. The soil is having again some kind of pressure. It's 0.3, minus 0.3, which is lesser than leaf cell wall pressure. See, minus 1, minus 0.3. Which one is greater value?
Minus
1 or minus 0.3?
Minus 0.3.
Yeah, okay, fine, thank God. So from here, you can understand soil, root, leaf, outside. This is the pattern. This is what J.C. Bose had conducted and calculated the pressure values randomly. Okay? Am I clear with this concept? This very basic concept, it will follow you till your NEET exam. The Ascent of SAP theory by J.C. Bose, cohesion tension theory. Are you clear with this concept? Then the next concept is very easy to understand. We can just go like that in a very smooth way. Are you clear with this? Yes, shall we move on? Any
Yes,
doubts?
ma'am.
With this? No. Okay.